Hello guys, welcome back. So we'll see another type of data binding, that is two-way data binding. So two-way data binding means there is a sync between component and view. Whatever changes you make in component will be reflected onto the view, and whatever changes you make in view will be reflected onto the component. So we use ngModel for that. That will be within square braces and parentheses. So this is the syntax. ngModel is equal to value. And one more thing which is very much important, whenever you use ngModel two-way data binding, it is mandatory that you use forms module. You have to import forms module. I'll explain you with an example. So in the previous video I showed you how to create a class. So I'm using the same class fruit, same model class fruit, in app component ts, but this time in the constructor of the app component I am creating an object of this fruit. So I told you we can initialize this value later when we use exclamation mark. So I am creating an object and then initializing default values in the constructor for fruit, name and price. Okay, so first thing is we created model and model class, and then we created an object of that model class. We initialize the values in the constructor. Okay, this is done. Now what we do, in the HTML we'll take three input boxes for name, color and price, input type text, input type text, input type number. Okay, and we need to bind it, right, using two-way binding. So whatever value gets changed in component should be reflected to view and vice versa, view to component. So for that we use ngModel. ngModel is equal to fruit.name, ngModel is equal to fruit.color, fruit.price. And one more catch, when you use ngModel it doesn't work as is. You have to mandatorily you import forms module in your app.module.ts. This is very important. If you don't use it you get an error. So it's always better to import forms module in your app.module.ts. Always mandatorily you have to use import forms module in your app.module.ts whenever you use ngModel. So this is clear. And okay, at last we'll just for display purpose we have used button. When you click on this button I want to just display an alert box. So for that I'm using a button submit and a click event. Whenever the event click is, whenever you click the button, this method will be called, object submitted method will be called. So let me show you. For now what I do, I just in the display the fruit name, fruit color, fruit price in the alert box. If I click on the button it has to display me what all values I have entered in the input box in the okay, let me show you that. Okay, so it's asking me the input, this input box is for giving fruit name. So I give mango, color I say yellow, fruit price I say 40, and I click on submit. It says mango yellow 40. Why? Because I have given it in the alert box like this dot fruit name comma, this dot fruit color comma, this dot fruit price. So it displays me that. I hope you have understood this. So whatever changes you do gets reflected onto the component. And you can also in the other div what I do, let me display those values. Whatever I type, let me display those values like fruit dot name, fruit dot color and fruit dot price. Okay, so you see here, right, I say mango, I say yellow. So this is how the value will be synced between component and view. Okay, I just display it by clicking a button in the alert box. So the button is given only to display the alert box. But here you observe the values which is getting changed. It is going to the model and the model values have been displayed. Root is a model, right? The model values is being displayed. And yeah, but now I want it to be displayed in the form of JSON. So what do I do? So I say alert JSON.stringify this of, let me remove this div. I don't want this. So when I click on button, I want it to be displayed not in this format like this dot name comma the fruit dot color fruit dot price, but I want it to be displayed in the form of JSON. So what do? I say JSON.stringify this dot fruit. I pass in the object this dot fruit to JSON.stringify. Let me save it and run it for you. I say mango yellow and fruit price 40, and when I click on submit button, you can see the format. It's not mangoes comma yellow comma 40. It is in JSON format. Name mango comma color yellow comma price 40. This is a JSON object. Okay. So JSON.stringify will convert your object to JSON format. Okay. I hope you have understood. Thank you.